Alright, g'day guys. A quick video. This won't take very long. Maybe just the token YouTube 10 minutes long video. But a real quick one just to sort of say g'day for a new expansion, new tier. Some people have stuck around on the channel, which is kind of funny considering I haven't really put anything up in a long time. But yeah, we'll have a few tiers here. We'll have a few videos. We'll have some kill videos. We'll have whatever, just whatever I remember to record. To be honest, the first one, always the most popular, is the UI weak auras. So I'll do a quick tour of my UI, and I'll share it in the description. So there'll be a link to the Wago site, and which will have um, my weak auras, which I'll discuss in a sec, and my ElvUI profile. So the one that is probably going to be the biggest difference so far is that in the past my weak auras were very much that, my weak auras. I used to make them, and there'd be an evolution over like many tiers and many expansions. I've completely ditched them now, because I struggle with the time, to be honest. When I'm online, I prefer to be doing something rather than sitting around messing around with UIs and things. So with the Wago sites, which like I said, I'll put a link in. It's hugely beneficial now, in my opinion, to filter to your class, not necessarily your spec, but just your class, and find ElvUI packages, not ElvUI, weak aura packages that someone else has already made. So they'll do the hard work for you, and then you can do what I do, and I quite often import 2, 3, 4 UI weak aura packs, and I cut them up and I sort of bring them together. And I've done this with some of my alts. Thankfully, I haven't had to do it too much on the warrior. So what you're going to see here for weak auras, there's this bloke here who has shared his warrior auras. Now I've changed it slightly, and I do mean slightly, for a few visual cues, because being an old bastard, I need some better visual cues. And it's perfect, it's beautiful, I love it. So I'll put a link to this bloke's original one, perhaps. Actually, no, stuff that. You're not here for that. You just want plain and simple. So I'll upload this to the Wago site, and then you can just share it. Probably the easiest way. This right here, right now, this is my little sort of like amen to him. So this bloke, Athena UI or whatever your name is, top work, mate. Good stuff. So I'll do a really quick tour of the UI, of the weak aura, Getting Combat. So this is just a real quick laggy demonstration. Yes, it will be laggy. The game is laggy. So that's pretty much what it is. You've got your swing timer here, which is pretty cool. You know, your normal rotational abilities. That's to help me with my seeing that I got an overpower proc to fire it out. Blast the smash. The little starry things around the icons is to say that the buff's active. Yeah, so that's it. There's your test of might. This is a time to die aura. I do recommend a time to die aura. It lets you know how long the boss has got before it's dead, which is pretty handy for like timing your cooldowns and stuff. The only thing I still need to add is auras for these Azerite traits, which I will do. But that's that. A quick one of Fury, just to give you a little idea. Here you can see how I've done with gear so far. So Prot I've done quite well. Arms, Fury not as good. Still 342 is not bad. Can't really complain too much about that. Good thing about this Battle Shout aura is that it'll let you know if someone dies and gets battle resed, or under any circumstances it will let you know obviously if you're missing the buff, but it'll let you know if anyone in your party or raid's missing the buff, so you can sacrifice a GCD to hook them up. So here's the Fury. Not too bad. Just does the job. Still really laggy here. Borealis. But anyway, that's it. Pretty good, like it pretty much does everything that you want it to do, so I don't really need to mess with it too much. So yeah, that's it. There is also a Prot one, which no, I won't bother with Prot. Actually, I will bother with Prot because it's pretty cool. So the good thing with Prot is when you get your Ignore Pain out, it's got a really cool visual display for how much your Ignore Pain's there, which is really nice. And a little timer there for revenge when it's on cooldown. Yeah, it's just nice. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's that. Instant slam procs. So that's that. The next thing is LVY. I also can share my LVY profile in on the Wago site, which is pretty cool. So what you'll have is LVY. This is always a bit confusing, but I will do this. So the anchors, boss frames, raid frames, party frames, you know, spread out slightly. I move my talking head frame because it gets so annoying when it pops up right in the middle of your screen. It just kills me. The you know, I've customized the text and the information here just to what I want to know. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit, I don't know, probably offensive to the eyes, but I like information. The party frames will look shocking, but again, I like to see the debuffs nice and big. You know, you're never going to have 4 debuffs, so 9 times out of 10 it's just 1 debuff. But yeah, again, I need to be able to see it, even though my eyesight's pretty good. The raid frames, same deal in there. The boss frames, not so much for my warrior. This is more for my dot classes. I have this pretty obvious, so that and I use lots of mouse over macros for like Warlock, Boomkin, Shadow Priest, things like that, and then I can just basically scroll over the frames and hit the relevant keybind, and it'll dot stuff up. Much easier than trying to hit the targets here in a boss encounter. And you know the size of bosses and where they can be positioned, sometimes you can't even see the bloody things, so it's much easier to do it this way, but that is what it is. Yeah, my cast bars are quartz, which I have always used them. They're just nice. Nice obvious one for interrupting, of course. Details for your damage and healing. Details well known because you can change the name that appears in here. So you change it to whatever you want. If a raid night's going particularly garbage for you, or if people are getting a bit narky in your raid, change your nickname to something offensive. It's hilarious. It's the way, it never ceases to amuse me. And yeah, that's about it. I'm using DBM at the moment. There you go. So for my test bars, this is obviously the important one. I don't look up here too often. Yeah, that's about it really. Can't think of anything else. So there it is. Yeah, like I said, links in the description. Power to you. Guides will come. I've been tanking most stuff though, so that'll have to wait until I get a good chance at sinking my teeth into some deeps. And yes, carry on,
4,
conquer,
3, 2,
shut up,
1.
Beware.
do what you do. Thanks guys, cheers.